Hello, everybody. Welcome to my live this morning. So, today we're going to be talking about how to speak to yourself with kindness. So, I thought this was a perfect way to end our weekly chats, and today is Friday. So, what a better way to end our week of chatting together with some kindness towards ourselves. So, if you guys are watching this live right now, I would encourage you to say hello so I can say hi back to you. And if you're watching on the replay, just hashtag replay so I can come back and comment later on. And then if you guys are watching this on Facebook right now, I would encourage you to go over to YouTube when this is done, type in my first and last name, click the subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications for every time that I come live. I have over 100 videos in there, you guys. It was pretty exciting. I just reached that milestone yesterday, so it was pretty cool. So there's lots of yoga, meditation videos, self-love topic chats like these. What else is in there? Self-love interviews with other like-minded women, just lots of empowering content on like a mystic self-love approach. So let's get into it, you guys. So speaking to yourself with kindness. This is a super important part about a self-love journey. And when you're able to speak to yourself with kindness, then you actually are able to show up better for yourself, for your life, just being a more confident person when you can actually have that kind voice to yourself like you would probably to other people. Which leads me into kind of my first tip. I'm just going to bring up my video here to make sure that I can see you guys and say hello if anyone's popping in. So, when, like I've just been explaining, when we speak to ourselves with kindness, when you think about how you feel compassions for others, you feel kindness towards them. You have an empathy towards them. You have a desire to reduce their suffering. So, when we're talking about that, then it's important for us to have that same kind of respect and kindness towards ourselves. It's the same when you're compassionate towards yourself. You just create a caring space within you that is judgment free. And so I'm just going to be going over just a couple quick tips on how to be a little kinder to yourself throughout your day as negative self-talk tries to pop up, or if you have like a negative body image day, or you're just having a moment where you're not feeling so confident and so lovable and so worthy. Because we all have those moments. I know I do. And when those moments come up, it's important to kind of switch the narrative and to be able to speak to yourself with kindness. So, the first tip is to just be kinder to yourself. And that really just becomes how we can kind of put this into perspective is to think of a friend. So think of a friend who you just adore, who you love, and think about how you speak to that friend. If that friend comes to you saying, "Oh, I feel so gross today. Like I'm ugly, I'm fat, my clothes don't fit right, I have nothing that looks good on me." My hair is disgusting. Like, if they are just like tearing themselves down, just think about how you would respond to that friend. Would you tell that friend of like, actually, yeah, that does look pretty horrible on you, and yeah, you probably could lose a couple pounds, and or yeah, you kind of sucked at that. Would you say those things to your friend? Probably not. And if you do, then they probably shouldn't be friends with you. So when you think about that, think about, oh, I see Louise on here. Hello. So when you think about that and put it into perspective of, have you told yourself those things before? Have you kind of like had that inner voice that was super negative and super like toxic? And just imagine if you said that to a friend. Like, just really think about uh, you would probably never say that to a friend. They wouldn't be a friend if you said that to them. So it's really just learning to be a friend to yourself and just really showing that same compassion and empathy that you do to others, and turn it around and give it back to you. And so really just think about that when you start to have those moments of self-doubt, of unworthiness, of like body hate, whatever those things are coming up for you. Just really think about, what I think about these things about a friend, or would I say these to a friend? And just, you probably will find your answer is you wouldn't. So it really just kind of stops that thought in the tracks, or that moment of self-doubt or negativity. It kind of stops it. And you can even come up with a phrase to say to yourself when you start to feel that way of like, I'm just going to say stop. And then that's going to let me know that I need to redirect my thinking and change it. And you could do that through a lot of different ways, like affirmations, or just literally changing the thought. Like thinking, if I just said that, okay, my stomach is so big today, I'm so bloated, I'm disgusting, I could turn that around to being like, my body is beautiful, my belly has grown 2 babies, it holds my digestive system, it holds my internal organs, it's huggable, whatever you want to say about it, right? So just thinking about those things from a positive spin. Oh, Louise says, hello, need this message today. Thank you. I think we all do sometimes. Man, oh man, we are our biggest critics, right? So it's really important to take that moments when we can to really show kindness to ourselves. And so the next kind of tip for you guys in just realizing that we need to be a little kinder to ourselves is to embrace your common humanity. So knowing that we are all imperfectly perfect, that we all have flaws, that we all have things we don't like about ourselves from time to time. And often it can feel really lonely. Like I know when I have moments that I'm feeling down, that I will feel like I'm the only person feeling that way, and that everyone else has it together, and that everyone else is feeling confident and they have all their ducks in a row and whatever it is, right? It's really interesting when you start to think of that you aren't alone, and you aren't. Like, I bet you if you had a moment of that self-doubt or self-worry or unworthiness, or body hate, whatever it is, I bet you if you messaged or reached out to one of your closest friends and just said, you know what, I'm having a really bad day, this is what is coming up for my thoughts, and have you ever felt this way? Like, really just be open and honest and know that you are a human, and as humans we have these emotions and these thoughts that we all get embedded into our brains and our minds, that and we just really have to take a step back and really know that we're never alone in our thoughts, and that there is always someone else probably going through the exact same thing that you are going through. It may not be exactly, but it may be a similar feeling of like, yeah, I felt that way before. It really sucks. But and that person's probably going to talk you up. That probably person's probably going to say, you know what, you're amazing. Look at all these things that you have to offer this world, and and I think you're beautiful, and I think you're perfect just the way you are. And just knowing that, finding that inner knowing that we are, as humans, we all have imperfections and flaws, and that we are all more similar than we really tend to think. So just knowing that we are all imperfect really is that tip for you guys. And then the third one is to be mindful. And this one is super interesting when you start connecting to your body through these moments that you might not be so kind to yourself, is to noticing so being mindful is just noticing what's happening in the moment without judgment. So if you're having a moment of feeling sad or feeling, not worthy, or like I've said numerous times in this last 5 minutes, body hate, all these things that are coming up for you, just noticing what's happening in your body when those things are happening. And don't resist the pain, because often, and I know I'm good at this, is that you often think that you just need to mask the pain and tuck it away. And really, when you put that feeling away and you don't allow yourself to feel it and notice where it's coming up for you, then you're kind of like stuffing that pain, and it's actually creating suffering for you. And that's not healthy either, right? Like we can be really good at just putting on this front of that everything's okay and hiding behind like a mask per se, right? But when you're able to kind of step outside of that and really be in the present moment and start to notice and feel where those things are happening in your body. And so, like, for example, if you are feeling like if you're having a bad body image day where you're not feeling good about your body, then maybe start to notice when you're talking about that, just noticing where those feelings come up for you in your body, connecting to your senses, which is a lot of the stuff that I talk about and help people with, is connecting to your senses in your body. So let's say that you're talking about that you have a bad day today with your stomach, you feel horrible. And so an exercise that's really cool when this happens, and so when you're talking about that, where do you feel it? Do you feel it, like, do you tense up in your shoulders? Does your stomach kind of clench? Do you kind of feel those things there? So by putting so I would encourage you whenever you're having those moments, to just place your hands on where you're feeling that. So maybe if it's your shoulders, that's a little harder, but just placing it wherever you're feeling that emotion come up for you, and just sending it compassion, and imagine yourself surrounding that feeling with love and compassion and kindness, and just sit with it, right? And if we go into more of a mystic approach, you could place like essential oils on that part of your body. You could place a crystal and just sit with it for a while. Um, just taking that moment to notice where that you're feeling that pain or that suffering or that uncomfortableness, wherever that emotion is being felt, just taking that time to notice what it feels like. And that really helps you to become present, which allows you to show some more kindness and compassion and be like, you know what? No, I am worthy. My body is beautiful as it is. I am imperfect as I am. Um, and other people also feel this way, so I'm not alone. So that's kind of my 3 tips for you guys. And when we're talking about just showing yourself a little more kindness throughout your day and your life, and just remind yourself of this when you're having those moments of pain or suffering or just emotional turmoil or body negativity, whatever those things are for you, just noticing those kind of 3 things. And hopefully that'll help you kind of overcome that moment, and just being able to kind of rationalize that it's okay to feel and to have those moments that we all have. So, anyway, that's all I wanted to chat to you guys about today. If you are looking for a community that kind of has a very safe place to talk about all this stuff and to work on your kind of self-love journey and your body positive journey and all these kind of things that connect us to being imperfectly perfect and finding self-love at any size, I have a group called Imperfectly Perfect You, and we are doing all those things. There's lots of free challenges in that group, free worksheets and workbooks. Excuse me, I totally just burped. So it's a free community, so we'd love to invite you and have you in that space and make you feel welcome and safe, and a place to share your thoughts or just be supported by other like-minded women. So the link to that group is in the description of this video. Yeah, and then that's about it, you guys. I guess the only thing I could end with is I did talk a little bit about affirmations in this video. So I do have a free service that I offer, where you receive daily affirmations to your phone as a text message each morning, Monday to Friday. And they're just positive, uplifting messages that allow you to kind of start your day off on a positive note and just really affirm to yourself all the reasons why you are worthy and beautiful and imperfect and all those things. So the link to that, link to sign up for that is also in the description of this video as well, I believe. If not, you can find it on my website, I think. Anyway, that's all, you guys. So happy Friday. We will see you on Monday for a video then. Hope you have the best weekend, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.